Greetings and welcome. All right, so let's have a look at exercises for training energy with purely the mind. Now, on the introduction video not the introduction, the video of people arriving in Japan earlier, I talked a little bit about it, but I want to go into more depth with this because it's really valuable. It gives you a lot of breakthroughs. Now, we have the water training. Put your head above the water, 9 breaths. Go below the water, 9 vital breaths without air, and then up and down. Do it in such an environment so you're not going to pass out. Don't push yourself. Do it with a training partner to be safe. Then that exercise, once you get out of the water, then project your mind to a rock nearby and begin breathing into that rock. And you'll notice the energy will automatically respond to your mind, even though you're not projecting from here to there. Now your mind starts controlling energy outside the body. So that's exercise 1. Exercise 2, take a crystal, put it in front of you. Put it in your hand first, get a feel for it, vital breathe into it with tactile sensation, load vital energy into the crystal. You have to done building the ball in order to do that. Put it in front of you, direct the energy through your hands. Put it 5-6 meters away on the other side of the room, connect, breathe into it until it's charged further, then take it and put it in the next room, put your mind into it and begin breathing vital energy into it in the next room. So you're moving from projecting from here to your mind moving energy from the environment into the crystal. Now, once you're able to do that, you'll also notice your mental wandering skills will start to develop because, excuse me, when you put that crystal in the other room and you put your mind to begin breathing into it, as you breathe into it, the room becomes more alive. Your spirit senses see the room, feel the room, know the room, hear the room, smell, taste. All these senses in your spirit start to stimulate around wherever that crystal is because life force animates life. And a lot of keys go, oh, that's how I do that. Oh, that's how I do that exercise. That's how I do that exercise. And then you develop your skill. Okay, and then the next exercise from there is have a look around the room. At your end, take in all the objects, and then close your eyes and then have a look around the room and take in all the objects. Now, of course, when your eyes are closed, you don't have that immediate high quality feedback. But there's certain objects in that room that you'll just, oh yeah, there's that. And then the ones that stand out are the ones you're going to work with. So let me say it again. The ones that stand out are the ones you're going to work with. And open your eyes. So over there, I've got a bottle of curcumin turmeric. And I connect to that and I begin vital breathing into that. Once I've vitally charged and I close my eyes and then mentally look at it and go, oh, I can see it more clearly now. Why? Because I'm vital breathed into it with eye consciousness and intent. And I close my eyes. The spiritual eye consciousness uses that life force to be able to see it more clearly. Now, I don't want to do one object over and over and over in back to back. I want to go through my mind, what are the objects that I remembered on that first scan of the room? So there's a coffee cup over there, or a teacup. Now I connect my mind to it, and then I charge it up, and I repeat. And I do that with, half a dozen or so objects. Now, once I've gone through each one of them, I go back to my original, I repeat, and you go, do a few breaths there, take a look. And we want to split the mind off from one thing to the next. We don't want to compound intention in one thing. We want to put energy there, then forget it and move to something else. And what this does is allows the unconscious to let go of it, metabolize it, open the matrixes so you can clairvoyantly see it when you come back to it later. If I concentrate on one thing all the time, everything clings around it. I want to do an exercise, let it go. When you let go of the clinging, you open the matrixes and the clairvoyant state, potentiality increases. So there's a knack or a trick to this. And all this information is in your spirit. Your spirit knows how to do all this. All you got to do is disconnect your intellectual self, your thinking self from the spirit, and let the spirit teach you. You are your own teacher, but it's a higher part of your spirit which has that spiritual knowledge. It's in spirit. It's not in your intellect. Intellect can only teach you form intellectual things. Spirit teaches you spiritual things. How do you connect to spirit? defabricating the matrices so your spirit senses can function. That's why we build the ball outside the body, so the body physiology doesn't capture the mind, but the spirit senses accumulate awareness and awakening outside the body. Then you can breathe inside the body and do normal breathing, the way books and Qigong books will tell you to do things. Okay, so once you've done that exercise, you've charged objects, you've scanned the room, now move outside the room. And so I'm in a hotel, the door to the room is there. I can hear the cleaning staff, they're in the next room. They are making a little bit of sound. Now in my mind, I can connect to that space, through that sound and that feeling, and give them a prayer, a vital breathe into it for happiness, upliftment, success, and charge that energetic environment. Not necessarily them directly. I can give them freedom of choice by charging the space. If I directly breathe into them, I take away their freedom of choice. That's an option for you. Charge the space up. And then once you've charged the space up, bring your mind back and just observe the reflections and mirroring of those effects, how they're adjusting, how they're interacting with that energy. And it's outside the room. And then choose different locations. You might put yourself in the garden. You might go put your mind in the kitchen and go, oh yeah, there's the coffee maker, the coffee machine sitting on the table. I'm going to charge that up with energy. And go to different objects that stand out in your house, charge them up. By mentally projecting your awareness to somewhere else and encouraging life force, inviting life force into an object, your mental wandering ability increases, your spirit senses increase while outside the body, your clairvoyance increases, your clairsentience increases, your clairaudience increases, your sense of smell and taste in the spirit increases. And because we're in this body, those are our primary senses, but there are a lot more senses. You look at the different sensory systems that animals have, their ability to feel vibration in the ground, their ability to feel electromagnetic fields, and so forth. So we focus on 5 primary senses, but there are many, many, many more. So if you're working with any of these other senses, tune into them, recognize them, and take advantage of them, play with them, practice them. So your mind coming in resonance with a different type of sense. The insight mindset puts it all together and makes it functional and useful for you, the 6th gate of consciousness, the mind gate. And as you play with these exercises, keep them playful and fun. It's sort of like a playful investigation into something as you do the exercise. A lot of people will take a monastic, I'm going to sit, I'm going to pray, I'm going to be focused, I'm going to put in this effort, I'm very serious. If you do that incorrectly, your mental space contracts. What happens in your mental space contracts? Your matrices close and you relate to your own body, physiology, your emotions, intellectual thinking processes. That's what you experience. You basically experience hallucinations of if you think it's a spiritual thing. The matrix is open, you can get out of the house. And what happens when we're playful? The matrix is open while we're still being functional. Okay, so this stimulating spirit senses, huge value in these exercises. As a Hermeticist, you really want to sensitize your mind to things beyond you. And it's very good, it's very beneficial for you to be out of balance. For instance, if your physical body is out of balance, what's it doing? It's training the balancing system of your body to have better balance because you're out of balance. So you're stimulating more balance. Astrally, if you're emotionally unbalanced, you're stimulating a correction. Your body becomes stronger and self-correcting. Intellectually, if I don't get this, your body's working on your mind and your consciousness getting it. Spiritually, when you expound it out and you feel, oh, I'm out of balance, your matrices are becoming stronger. They're becoming more taut, becoming safer. So going into new territory, going into the unknown makes you strong. So don't be afraid of trying new things and investigating new things. It's the fact that you're entering into new territory that gives you incredible benefit in your spiritual growth in the initiation of Hermetics process. Going over the same old just makes you old. Going over new makes you young, makes you grow, makes your spirit flourish. Okay, have fun with it. See you in the next video.